Well, they're wearing guns, Ed. I think you ought to wait for Bat.
All I'm going to do is serve him with a subpoena. No call to be having a gunfight over that.
Look, they're killers.
Oh, Wyatt. You and Bat are carrying this thing too far. If I go over and talk to those fellas in a nice way, there won't be any trouble.
You know what your trouble is? You're too nice. The nice ones always die first.
All this talk about dying. Those fellas don't hate me. I'll just go over and explain it to them nice and friendly. You watch.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien. The deadly business of gunfighting has never known an abler exponent than Marshal Wyatt Earp. In Ellsworth and Wichita, Dodge City and Tombstone, Wyatt was forced into more than 100 gun battles, but it was his shrewd understanding of men which made him the master of so many gunslinging hoodlums and outlaws. Wyatt's ability to judge the precise moment a bad man had determined to go for his gun was more important than his ability to draw faster. Wyatt had taught Bat Masterson the secret of staying alive in frontier towns. And then Bat's brother, Ed, came to Dodge City.
Hey, you! Howdy, friend.
You the guy that was whistling?
Yeah, that's right. Why, didn't I have it right? Yeah, it's probably a little off-key.
That song's my jinx. I bet that's why I drew the wrong card. Because you whistled.
Well, I'm right sorry about that. Well, no sense getting sore about it. Tell you, my name's Ed Masterson. Reckon you know my little brother Bat.
It fixes things hunky-dory. I got a good mind.
Whoa now, chum. I said I was sorry.
Hold it, Tex. Don't reach. That's my brother you're getting hostile with.
Well, speaking of a little devil, boy, howdy.
Wait it. And take off that gun belt.
Stay out of this, boy.
Oh, gosh, Bat. How to calm them down.
You get on your feet. You get out of town. And you don't let me see you again. Now we can say hi to you, Ed. How's it going?
Fine.
Gee, it's good to see you. I got your letter. Come on, we'll go over to the hotel and talk.
Boy, you ain't changed much. But, I never saw my brother act so raunchy before.
Well, this is Dodge City. Well, we do have a good hotel, though. Come on, let's move.
Wait. You hurt that fellow, Bat. I'll see if there's anything
He
I
can take care of himself. Come on. Thanks, Al. And I can't take you on as one of my deputies. It wouldn't look good.
Sure. I understand. Well, didn't I say in my letter it was just in case you needed a hand at the sheriff's office? Forget it, brother. Here's to our meeting after all these months, huh?
It's wonderful to see you. How are things?
Oh, fine. Jim Dandy.
No, they're not.
You contradicting old Ed? But, boy, you have changed.
Mom wrote me.
Oh. Can't keep a secret in the Masterson family.
And you can't run a hardware store trusting every deadbeat in Topeka, Kansas.
Well,
Now, you're too nice to everybody.
Mom taught us to be kind, Pat.
She's too good for this world. You always did favor her, Ed.
Oh. I try to act the way she'd want me to. But I usually miss a mile.
You being a peace officer, I just don't know. You see, Ed, there's more to it.
Sit down. Every time you get a few drinks, you want to fight. Come on, get your gun. Hold it!
That's Wyatt Earp. Now, you watch.
You leave him there. You do your fighting outside with fists.
Deacon Earp, let's get him.
Now get outside and stay there.
You See what I mean? He doesn't argue.
Well, Mr. Masterson, you sit here and drink beer, huh, while I do all the work. Which Masterson are you, Ed or Jim?
I'm Ed. But how'd you know I was
Your brother's got all your pictures. Welcome to Dodge, Ed.
Well, thank you, Marshal. Draw up a chair, rest yourself. Join us for a beer or some hard stuff?
He drinks milk, but not now. Excuse us a moment, Ed. We got a personal matter. Talk to you in the back room, huh?
Sure. Talk to you later.
Right. Well,
And the whole thing is, I can't tell Ed I don't think he'd make a good peace officer. He's had too much discouragement already.
Yet you don't want to be responsible for hiring him, huh? Brothers. Well, I can understand that. Virgin and Morg have been pestering me for deputy jobs. I guess it's getting too civilized out in California. They're looking for a little excitement.
Oh, Ed doesn't care about that. He's almost broke.
You can put him on as one of my deputies.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. But Ed wants to reason with hoodlums instead of discouraging them for the moment.
Maybe you'll learn. You learn fast.
It ain't right asking you to turn teacher again.
He'd probably listen to me. I'm not his kid brother. I'll take him on over to the office and have a little talk with him.
Me, a deputy marshal. Boy, howdy. Can't tell you how much this means, what?
It's just a dangerous, low-paying job of work.
Now, it's more than that. See, I've always been kind of the old, slow-going member of the family. Kind of a near-do-bad, but a near-do-well either. Now, it's high time I started making good at something.
I'll tell you. We'll show your brother what you can do.
Yes, sir. We sure will.
Hey, ain't you Ed Masterson? Run a hardware store in Topeka.
Dooley Grogan! You old Irish rascal. Well, doggone. Hey, how'd you get out of jail?
Oh, it was easy. I served my time.
Excuse me, Marshal Earp, this is Mr. Grogan. Dooley and I went to school together.
Howdy, Marshal.
Howdy.
Say, you make a deputy out, old Ed?
You sure did. And I'm on duty, so keep your distance.
Oh, sure. How about a little sing-song up to Chalky Beeson's tonight?
Dooley, that sounds great. I'll be there.
Fine, I'll see you.
Good. Dooley got put in jail, Topeka. He set fire to the town last 4th of July. He pointed some Roman candles the wrong way. There's no real harm in Dooley, though.
You always greet friends like long-lost brothers?
Well, that wrong?
In our line of work, yeah. Well, the best method is to shake hands with your right, keep your left hand by your gun. That is, if you're wearing two guns. Of course, if you're only wearing one gun on your right hip like you do, you just don't shake hands at all.
Not even with an old friend?
My advice? No. Keep your gun hand clear at all times.
All right, Wyatt. I'll remember.
Ed, you check these fire barrels in every patrol. If they're shy of water, you go into the store or the saloon, have the boss fill them. This corner here marks the deadline. South of this deadline, give the cowhands a break. They can get drunk on the streets, have fist fights, but no gun toting. North of here, why, it's strict law and order at all times. You see those drunks come? You go turn them back south.
Sure, Marshal. Whoa up, friends. Head south and creep it off. Hadn't I better go with them? Find them someplace to sleep?
No, they're good drunks. Couldn't you tell the difference?
Drunk's a drunk, ain't he?
No.
Oh, I guess you mean I should pick out the friendly ones from the hostile ones, huh?
That's right. Might save your life sometime, Ed. You see, mean, bad drunks are usually just killers at heart. You gotta be awful careful how you approach them. Now, there goes Jake Stevens into the Lone Star. He's a bad drunk, and he's carrying his .45. I told him to check it this morning. Guess he didn't. Better pick him up fast. You make the arrest, I'll back you up.
Jake Stevens. Say, didn't he used to be an officer in Abilene when Bat was there?
That's right. Drunk himself out of the job. Now he's just a hoodlum with a pretty fast gun. You watch yourself.
Howdy, Mr. Stevens.
Who are you?
I'm Ed Masterson. I think you knew my brother in Abilene.
That?
Yeah. I'm sorry we have to meet like this, sir, but I've got orders to arrest you.
What for?
Oh, come on now, Mr. Stevens. You've been a peace officer. You know there's an ordinance here obliging you to check that gun. I'll have to ask you for it.
Oh, sure.
Take his gun, quick.
You're just going to hand me his gun.
No,
Wyatt.
he wasn't. You go and sit over at that table. Put a tourniquet on his arm.
I'll do that. Come on, Mr. Stevens.
Look, if Hugh Earp was here, all you Mastersons need killing.
Come on.
Well, Mr. Stevens sure has changed.
Now, what's this all about, Earp?
Jake tried to draw on one of my deputies.
Another Masterson, I hear.
That's right, friend.
Don't call me friend.
Me either.
Look, I don't understand this. What have I ever done to you two fellas?
Ed, there's no sense in arguing with Mr. Wagner and Mr. Walker. Come on, Jake. You two settle your court judgment?
It's none of your business, is it?
I'm just trying to warn you. Don't go playing rough with Mr. Masterson, he'll gun you. Go on, Ed. I'll explain this over at the office. The worst thing that a peace officer can do, Ed, is to, well, say too much or act too kind or be too reasonable in making an arrest. The killers, they just don't give him credit. They think he's scared.
I can see that point of it. But I still can't believe that Jake Stevens had any reason to hate me enough to try to kill me.
Well, bad drunks hate everybody. You can make up your mind to that.
All right. You know a heap more about this job than I do.
There's just one more thing. Your brother and I, we have a lot of personal enemies around town. You take those two fellas down to Lone Star.
Wagner and Walker?
That's right. See, they don't pay their debts. So the bank has got a judgment against them, and they know that your brother as sheriff has to, well, either collect or close them.
And they hate Bat just because...
That's right. Well, I know. But hoodlums don't reason, Ed. If they could reason, or had brains enough to, why, they wouldn't be criminals in the first place.
Well, I guess so. Well, I sure have learned a lot today.
It took me a long time to learn. Oh, here comes your brother. Now, you get out of here.
Huh?
Well, I want to make a report on you, kind of talk behind your back.
Oh, sure, Wyatt. See you later.
Right.
Hi, Ed. How'd it go?
What? You better check with Wyatt.
Well, say it.
Say what?
Had to shoot Jake Stevens to save Ed from getting killed. Well, didn't you?
Look, he's a greenhorn in this business. Give him a little time.
How about Alf Walker and Jack Wagner?
Well, they took Ed into their quarrel with you. I warned them what to expect if they got rough. They know I'll help you do it.
Well, thanks, Wyatt. Maybe I ought to ask Ed to quit.
You give him a chance to learn.
All right. But if he does one more stupid thing, I'm going to put my foot right down.
Well, I may do that, but you won't. Now, come on, Sheriff Masterson. Just take it easy. Ed may turn out real well.
Howdy, Mr. Wagner. Got here as fast as I could.
Guns working, kid?
Sure. What's the deal?
Mr. Walker and I have been trying to convince Bat Masterson that he shouldn't foreclose on us. Today, his friend Earp said that Bat was going to gun me and Alf.
You want me to get Masterson and Earp both?
You're loco.
You think I'm scared of them?
They're the best two gunfighters in Dodge City.
I can take them.
Later, kid. Later. Right now, I got a more important job to do.
More important than Earp and Masterson?
Does? Yeah? It's another Masterson, Bat's brother, Ed. But now, do you want to argue or do you want to get $200? I ought to be across the street at the hotel pretty quick. You wait for him at the lobby.
It's been a long day, Ed. You go ahead and turn in.
Oh, boy, will I. You know, I thought all a peace officer had to do was sit around saloons and wait for gunfights.
Now you're learning fast. I'll see you in the morning.
Bright and early. Good night, Wyatt.
Good night, Ed.
You Ed Masterson?
Yeah, that's right, young fella.
I'm gonna gun you. Want it here or out in the alley?
Nope. We'll fight in a couple years. When you grow up...
Hold it. Right here and now. Start for your gun.
You drunk or something? You don't want to... I had to hit you, Sonny. Somebody go for a doctor, will you?
You all right, Ed?
I sure was. I had to clout this boy who was shooting at me.
He got you in the shoulder.
Doggone. I guess he did scratch me some.
Take care of this little brat. You were pampering this kid and he had another gun? Why'd you let him draw on you in the first place?
I just didn't think you'd do it. You think you'll be all right? I whacked him pretty hard.
Never mind about him. You just go on over to Doc McCarty and let him patch that up. Go on.
Yes, sir, Marshal. Yes, sir.
Gosh, Eddie, you hurt?
No, it's nothing but a scratch and ain't even bleeding much. Marshal Earp's kind of concerned about it, though, so I'm going over to the doctor. Paying orders.
Pete, take this little buzzard on over to jail. A couple of you men help him. I want to talk to you upstairs.
Yeah, I know.
So you were right in the first place, and I was wrong. Just not cut out to be a peace officer. Well, is he?
No, I guess not.
Do you know what Ed was doing when I got there? He was mopping this kid's scalp before he disarmed him. This kid could have been playing possum, and your brother'd be dead now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's his life we've been experimenting with. Well, I can either fire him or transfer him over to you, but I think the honest thing for you to do is just to tell him he's not cut out for this kind of job.
All right. I'll tell him. What? I can't do it. He's my brother. Mom would think I let him down. He just can't take more failure. We'll trade deputies, huh?
All right. I just hope you know what you're doing.
Thanks.
Well, how do you feel this morning, Ed?
Oh, shoulder's a little stiff. Don't hurt.
Good.
Wyatt, did Bat tell you he wants me to work for him?
Oh, yeah, he's been having a little trouble with one of his deputies, Pete Loring. I told him I'd take Pete. I'm getting the worst of the deal.
That's the way it was, huh?
Yeah, officially, but just between you and me, why, I think your brother wanted you from the start.
What do you know? I was scared you were both sore at me about last night. Oh, that little brother of mine's a horse trading scamp, ain't he?
Yeah, he's a shrewd one, all right. By the way, where is he? Is he still sleeping?
Oh, no, not him. Oh, he's talking to that kid I had trouble with. There. I moved from deputy marshal to deputy sheriff. Is that up or down?
It's a promotion, Ed.
No fooling? Well, boy, howdy. You know, I've always jumped from the frying pan right into the fire up to now. Say, I got a present for you. Figure a man should show his appreciation.
Well, there's no need for that, Ed. But I do like presents. Well, the silver rosettes, huh? Well, they're mighty handsome, Ed.
Figure they dress up the bridle in that horse of yours.
They sure will. Tell you, Candy thanks you and I thank you. You know, we've been looking kind of seedy lately.
Well, that kid was hired to gun in. I just got the truth out of him.
Who hired him?
Jack Wagner for $200.
Sounds like Wagner.
Well, today I'm going to close the Lone Star. Those fellas weren't Texans anyway. Disgraceful they should use the name Lone Star. Walker and Wagner can...
Oh, hold up, brother. I don't get this.
Huh?
Well, why would those fellas hire a gun to kill me? No, bad. Don't make sense.
Now, there you go. I swear, Ed.
Let me try and explain it, will you? See, Ed, it's typical hoodlum thinking. I mean, if the kid had got you, then Wagner and Walker, they could claim that your brother was trying to close him for personal revenge.
But he has a court order to collect what they owe or put the saloon up for sheriff's sale.
No more talk. I'll get the papers and a couple of deputies.
That, wait a minute. You and Bat figure to be shooting over this?
Maybe.
Why? Those fellows know they can't resist a court order. And they ain't any match for you in a gunfight.
We'll talk about it later, Ed.
Wyatt, if you'd only cool off and listen, maybe you could talk. Shooting over a saloon. No. No, not if I can stop it.
Masterson and Earp have gone over to the sheriff's office.
They come in here?
Nobody would tell me anything.
Set him up.
Thanks.
What's your hunch, Alf?
Maybe the kid talked. I don't know.
No. It's either run or fight.
Horses are out and back. Let's run for it.
Now, let's wait and see who we're running from.
Wait a minute. Now, look, I know this is your fight, but I'm asking you not to lose your temper.
All right.
I don't think Wagner and Walker got the sand to fight. Hey, where's Ed?
I left him with you.
Pete, you ride by the jail and pick up Ed Masterson. Pretend like you got some kind of errand to run that'll keep you away from the Lone Star.
Yeah, and if he's not at the jail, you find him. Watch the office, Sam.
Now, look who he sent to close us up. His big brother, Ed.
I want to talk to you, man to man. There's no sense to be shooting over this foolish quarrel. It's my brother's sworn duty to...
Look.
They killed him. They killed him!
No! You can't shoot him again. If he gets well, he'll pay for what he did. I'll take him on over to Doc McCarty's. You got some weeping to do. Go on in the back room where nobody can see you.
Yes, sir.
Ed was too decent and nice. Nice ones die first. But they die for kindness. That's almost worth a man's life.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.